Hey, we're live. Welcome to Structured. Is the video being weird for you?
No, video's
Okay, good.
okay.
You were making a face and it was weird on my screen. All right.
Well, I was making a face because my cord was like, I couldn't see that it was all like wrapped up here,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I should get that out of the way. Don't know.
Well, good. Let's
But now it's all
let's
ruined.
not call
So,
attention to it. I'm I'm Brian. That's Pat. Welcome to Structured Gibberish Friday night stream. What was I going to tell you while the music was playing? I was going to tell you about something.
I don't know. You were like, oh God, how can I tell you this with this music playing? I just can't do it.
There's this company that makes like third-party recreations of toys, but not Transformers. A different property of toys, and they're making Centurions. And
Oh,
so I learned about this like probably over a year ago. Um,
yeah, I remember us. I believe we talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it, I think, on this stream. Maybe not those
Maybe.
figures, but we talked about Centurions on a previous episode. But
Mhm.
I think we did definitely talk about the toys when I first found out about them because I was super excited, and they're finally on sale. You can get them directly from the company's website. You get all three characters. They're 6-inch scale, and it's $300.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
lot.
I was I
Okay.
saw someone posted I follow a guy who does like Transformers reviews and he posted a picture of himself holding them and I was like, "Oh man, there's going to be a video coming soon. I'm going to see how cool they are." And then I watched the video and they're super cool because they're really posable and everything and they come with like one or two sets of worth of gear to clip to them and everything. I'm like,
Okay.
and they're perfect. Like they just look exactly perfect. And I clicked the link, I went to the website, $100 a figure and you got to buy all
That
three of them.
is
And I was just like,
well, sure,
well,
sure.
nope, not no, I
There's
cannot do it.
it's funny. It's funny that there's like this sliding scale in my head of where the appropriateness lies. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because I have spent I think the worst thing I've ever done is I spent $70 on a single accessory for a He-Man character.
Yeah, but that's a classic like 30, 40
It
year
is.
old 40 year old
It
accessory.
is. It's an antique.
Yeah,
It something that is likely only going to increase in value. Fingers crossed. Um, but then I'll look at like a toy at Target and just be like, $20. Right? Actually, I mean, I'm dreaming
twenty
$20.
dollars would be great.
You know, $20 would be great at this
I
point.
I took advantage of that
They've really got
Hasbro
us now.
40% off sale so I could get figures for like 15 years
Right?
ago's prices.
Exactly. I'll talk about it forever, forever. I will never forget the day that Brian and I walked into our local Walmart and spent, I believe, about $35 on the entire Sentinel
An
wave,
entire wave of Marvel Legends for $35.
an entire wave with comic
Yep,
books and a gigantic Sentinel
yep.
figure
We walked
for
in.
35
The
bucks.
stores that the this was 2000. It had to be 2003 or two or something like that.
I'll trust your judgment on
Yeah,
that,
we
but
we walked into that Walmart. It's like the shelves had just been stocked, and we were like, dump it all in the cart,
no, no, it was in a bin. It
dump it all
was
in
in a
the,
bin
lift it
by
out
the
of the
back.
bin and dump it all in the cart. Whatever it was, we put them all in
But
the
I mean,
cart.
again, like, but think about that. Think about that. Think about the distribution. You literally walked into the Walmart. There was a huge bin
Hmm.
from floor to your chest filled with this wave of Marvel Legends.
I think
Probably 10, 15 of each character in there
I
easily.
think the story I just told was
And
actually when I found the Apocalypse Wave, and I just
yeah,
stuck my
that's
arm in and
yes,
just like knocked
yes.
them all into the cart. Like, yep,
But yeah, but you just picked them all. We picked them all up. We were by the back register. I remember that
hmm
secret
secret
entrance.
interest.
Went back through lawn and garden, checked out. Went to I think one of our houses. I believe you cut your hand with my multi tool
I mean, that
because
could have
that
been any
happened
time.
pretty much all the
Yeah,
time. And yeah, it was wonderful. It was wonderful, and it's the magic. But we're getting to the point where, and I will even say that I bet you sadly enough, I bet you within the next year or two, we'll be paying $35 a figure
yeah,
for our Marvel
yeah,
Legends.
yeah.
Um,
They're getting pretty
and
close, and they're the
it's
I think
It's disgraceful.
some of the exclusive ones are probably very close to that right now because they can get
Yeah.
expensive. I'm actually going to look right now.
Well, and you know
Hasbro.
what?
Bleh.
Hasbro, but
That was a mistake, but it was true.
somebody somebody was pointing out that in the new He-Man line, the 6-inch line, they have these deluxe figures, and the deluxe figures, like there's a She-Ra that nobody expected to be a deluxe figure because the deluxeness is she comes with like two heads. Like she comes with an alternate cape, or like all of this would fit in a regular box, no problem at all. But they really spaced it out. Somebody was like, "Oh, they're doing the opposite of Hasbro and using as much plastic as possible in their display boxes." Um, and they charge $10 more. She's a $35 figure. And it's like that really sucks because I would have liked to. It was a neat little Shearer figure. I would have bought it, but 35 is just too much for that. Like maybe if they threw in like a lookie or something like
Hmm.
that, where you were like, okay, it's got some stuff in there, but no, nothing doing.
Nope.
So
Um, yeah. So anyway, whew, prices. I tell you. What are we talking about today? Oh yeah, we're talking about things that cost like $28. Marv
yeah, here we are.
Marvel Legends. Um, Last week I was showing off Wolverine, who's still sitting over here
Hmm.
because I never clean up my desk after these shows. Wolverine over here. Pat's got and then we got Jubilee came in
Well,
today, but Pat was going
yep,
to show
I got
comparison with
I
the
got
old
mine here.
Wolverine figure.
So first of all, coolest pose ever.
Hmm.
You got your claws out, that mask, the bright poppy colors, so iconic. This is a gorgeous figure. Um, then we've got I went and pulled. This is from the what you call it was the
Three pack.
yeah, the one with Scott and Jean. So here's the other Wolverine. Essentially same body,
Yeah,
same
different
body.
shoulder pads. Different.
Um,
I think the claws are a little different,
The
or are they
claws
just
are
painted?
different. I wanted to call attention to that.
Yeah, because
The
I got the same guy
claws,
here.
the claws on the three pack one are a little bit bendier, and they're also a little bit more comic accurate. Like they've got a little bit of a. Let's see if I can get it to show that.
Yeah,
Um, they've got more of that comic book triangular tip
yeah,
feel to them. But I mean, they're also much wonkier. See how that one is?
yes.
It's very difficult to get them straight. But on this
I've
one,
got this almost the same figure here, and he's just like
yeah,
it's
this one, those claws are nice
they're completely different
and
hands because it's these claws are like individually jammed into the like they're each in an individual piece that's jammed into the hand, and the little I don't know what would you call it, the little guards that they come out of are
right.
molded onto the thing. On the new one, the guard and the claw are the same piece, and they're just kind of like pressed down vertically into it, like they're solidly in there.
And they're in my
Whereas
opinion
these are like
much better
really,
claw.
yeah,
And
it is.
while
It's nice.
they do um there's a bit of movement, not much. You know what I mean? Like the claws aren't discombobulated. They're not all over the place.
Right, they're combobulated
Um
completely.
they're totally combobulated. Now, the other thing I wanted to draw attention to is I hated this head.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
truly
I think
hated this head.
the head on this one is not as bad to me as the one that you have. He's still kind
It's
of angry, but it looks more realistically angry.
it his the way his head like flows straight back
Yeah,
is just bad. You've got this is, oh, you know what? My daughter is crying. You continue talking. I'm going to go check on her.
sure.
I will be back.
Sounds good. Going switching over to me. Um, yeah, so Pat's daughter's not feeling good. She's got like an earache or something, so she's probably having some trouble sleeping. So I'll carry on the show for a little bit here. But yeah, the Wolverine that I have, which is so here's this is the previous release of Wolverine in the main line, and then this is the new cartoon one. I think my uh, comic Wolverine version is a darker yellow than Pat's is because Pat's is from a 3 pack and it's slightly different. And so I think mine's a slightly different color yellow than his, but they're essentially the same body. The difference is, in addition to the claws being different, and I don't know if you could see the difference in the claws there, but they're definitely different. Um, I th- the boots I think are exactly the same. I think they're exactly the same. Um, the hands are different because of the claws. The head is of course different, completely different head sculpt. The shoulder pads are different. The old Wolverine has these like more curved down shoulder pads that you can move like this, which almost looks a little like Joss Whedon-y designed. Um, these are very comic book like triangle type things. The paint on the tiger stripes is also different and more accurate to their individual types of. Let me bring his arm up a little bit here. You can see like he's got 3 stripes and he's got like a big chunk of black there. So yeah, so Wolverine's pretty good. Let me while we're still waiting for Pat, let me just show off Jubilee here real quick. So this is the comic Jubilee. Pat has the previous release Jubilee, which I think is the exact same body as well, but just without the comic paint deco. So there she is. She's got her things on her hands there, the little blast effect doodlies. Um, this is the this is just a flexible plastic for the coat. Um, yeah, ultimately it looks pretty good. She came with 2 heads. This is the head that I prefer. It has the glasses molded in, and so her hair is kind of like around the glasses, and you're not going to lose them. Do I have, or did I already misplace? Let's see. I don't actually know where her other head went, but she came with 2 other pairs of glasses. So there's another head that she came with that just doesn't have the glasses on them at all, which I think is the same as one of the heads that came with the other figure. And then she came with 2 more pairs of sunglasses. One of them, this one is transparent and comic painted, and this one is completely solid and comic painted. I don't know if you can't really see that too well, but so you can have a head where the sunglasses are down on her face there. So uh, let me see where did where did the head go? I was trying to keep all these accessories together in a little pile here. Oh, it would seem that my pile is no good. See, I got all my Wolverine pieces here. Oh, haha, it's on the floor. Hang on. There we go. So yeah, this is the this is the other head that she comes with. I actually kind of like the face on this one a little bit better. It's I don't know. I think it looks closer to what she actually looks like. I just don't want to lose the sunglasses, basically. But then you could take the sunglasses and they fit on pretty well like this. So you could put the sunglasses on like that, or just kind of angle them up, and they don't look terrible. They don't look terrible like that. It's hard to get them over her ears, basically, and get them to stay on. But you know, yeah, okay, they're a little, little goofy, but yep. So there's that. And I'll hold up the 2 heads here without the sunglasses. I'm just killing time till Pat gets back here. So yeah, there's the 2 heads. They're actually different faces, completely. I don't know. This one does look more kind of animation, and this one maybe looks a little more cartoon, or maybe it's the opposite. When I say I meant comic and cartoon, but not animation and cartoon. Those are the same things. Um, let's see what else can we do to kill time here. So, um, hmm, hmm, hmm. All of the topics that we were going to talk about are um, things that I wanted to talk to Pat about. This is not great. What's going on in the news, you guys? Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, you know what I could do? I could take a sip of this. Hold on. Matt and I were referencing earlier a sale at Hasbro Pulse that's still going on right now. 40% off a bunch of things, like lots of really good things. That's uh, as long as you buy 75 bucks of stuff, you get 40% off, which is huge. And the stuff is not like old stuff. It's all fairly new, fairly recent stuff. So one thing, one thing I could do is I do have a figure here I can unbox if you give me a minute here. This came in the mail. It's TF Source gives you these great bubble wrap bubble wrap packaging on everything. So this is what the hell is her name? Masterpiece Nightbird Shadow, which is a repaint of their Masterpiece RC figure. And what I was referencing earlier with Pat was that there was a um, Generations line mainline figure like the ones behind me on the shelf there, kind of, the ones you would find in the normal stores of RC back in the 2014-ish. And of course, they have to do repaints of all these figures, and so they needed like another girl character, and there aren't that many, so they picked a character that's not actually a Transformer, who appeared in one episode, a robot called Nightbird. It was like a ninja robot created by humans that Megatron just stole and was using for stuff for evil. So they decided to repaint RC into this character, and it was like a Japanese exclusive. But it was a really good, very cool paint job, and it kind of set the tone for now we're going to repaint all of our RCs into Nightbirds. Um, and honestly, I think the Nightbird redeco of RC is super cool because look at this car. Look at this futuristic, almost Batmobile looking thing. Just looks awesome. I love the neon on it and the was it purple? Yeah, purple seats in there. It's just a really cool. Do I even have the? Oh, it's sitting right on the shelf back there. Hang on a second. This is the original Generations figure, and then this is the new masterpiece. So she came with a bunch of other swords that I don't have on her, but she's got these two like electro psi looking things, which because this is a masterpiece of a Generations character, the character comes with those two psis. In addition to, let's see what else we got here. So we've got this is all shaken, but we've got like two little lightsaber things. These are the weapons she actually used on the cartoon. There's some like blast effect parts. There's some laser guns and a holster for the laser guns. Some little throwing stars, and then these are the main swords that the um, Generations figure came with. So now you got big ones of that. And can these do the yeah. So these can actually for some reason turn like this and then become like a gun that I guess maybe like shoots out the bottom there or something. I know it's a laser blaster thingamajig. Um, and now I'm going to use this sword to get all the other stuff out. So this is one type of blaster here, and this is the holster that the blaster goes in, presumably, or maybe it's the other one. A different looking gun. Let's see if I could like kind of. No, I can't. I'm gonna drop it. And then amusingly, so you'll note that like just looking at the Generations figure, she's got like a ninja mask on her face. Like all you can see is her eyes. So she comes with a separate face that just has this like very surprised expression on it because you're supposed to clip the mask into that hole where the where the mouth is, but it just looks funny to me. Like she's going like, "Oh my god. Oh my god." Okay, hold on. I'm going to move this accessories out of the way here and try and transform this thing while I talk about nothing. So, um what's fairly cool, maybe, I guess, I think it's kind of cool, is that the yeah, I mean, I wish I had this to compare with Transformed, but the transformation underneath is almost exactly the same. It just in a much more complicated manner as the Generations figure. And I wish that I could more easily get the mic out of the way here. Hang on. Because what I'll do is I'll see if I can hold this up while I'm doing this. Now, while I do have the instructions here with the trading card and everything, I'm going to try and just kind of hold this up in front of you and do this from memory. I've only transformed the RC figure like twice. So, um, so let me do this and okay. Let me see what I can do here and then we'll go from there. So, popping these off, if I recall, this is extremely complicated to do, but we're gonna try it. Um, this flips around like this. So, oh boy, you bring this down and flip this around. You bring it down, flip it around. How did I do that on the other side? Bring it all the way down. No, down like this. Flip this back. This is riveting, isn't it? And then I flip this around the wrong way. So there we go. So you kind of flip that all out of the way there. Um, let's see, there's a lot of plastic stuck in here too, which is nice because it protects it in shipping. All right, so at this point, I'm just doing whatever because I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. This front piece folds. Ah, yes, I remember that coming off of RC constantly. Let me see if I could get this piece back on in the way it's supposed to go. There we go. Okay, so you flip that forward, I think, and this little Decepticon symbol flips around, so it's not on the back there, and then I believe that ends up connecting into something else. So we bring the legs down here, and there's a way to rotate these such that you get the kind of like the you got to kind of like get the legs forward and then kind of go sideways and in. There we go. And now they're in the little well, the hip joint. All right, so now we've got. It's hard to do this when you're facing, you're trying to look at it and also facing away from the camera. This would be easier if I had a camera on my side and I was like doing this in front of that camera, but whatevs. So at this point, we are getting close to the end already, believe it or not. Um, we get the head down. We gotta close up. Oh, is this? This is a new piece. I'm not familiar with how this goes, but presumably, there we go. Yeah, that just bends forward there to close up her head. And then to finish off the backpack, I believe we have to kind of pull these. So I just did it with one side there. You have to kind of pull these out a little bit, and then there's like a kind of a hinge, a dual hinge where you have to go up and over. So you have to kind of bring it up and over like this. And then the wheels just kind of fold in on the back. There's a specific way that these are supposed to fold in and attach, and I don't really want to do the legwork right now to figure it out because I would like to just kind of get this to a good looking state where I could just kind of show it off, and it doesn't have to be perfect here. But yeah, that's going to be the gist of it right there. So you get her head looking good. There is more that I could do here to clean up the backpack, but because the at the moment the backpack is kind of bad looking, and it is not great, but it can get better. There's more folding that this can do, and a little bit more. I mean, it doesn't get much better, but there's a little bit more that it can do. But yeah, this is Nightbird Shadow masterpiece, Nightbird Shadow, and then this is there we go, the Generations figure that she is homaging. So I like this. I really like this mold from RC, and I actually kind of like the design better as Nightbird because it's a cool, sleek female robot, and you don't see that too much in Transformers. And then she actually looks kind of menacing with um, the ninja look to her and stuff. Um, so anyway, Pat tells me that he's not going to make it back down. So his daughter is not doing too well. So I think what we're going to do is go ahead and end the stream for tonight. We had some topics to talk about. I was going to show off the grid, the Dia Battles grid band that I talked about last week, and actually see it combining with its armor. We were going to talk about Pat had another Final Faction update that we wanted to talk about, and then we had some other cool Transformers things that were kind of surprising to find. So we'll be talking about that next week. So sorry for the short stream today. Maybe we'll hop on some other time before next Friday. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be next Friday. But anyway, go ahead and find us both on Twitter if you want. I'm underscore _bsokol, Pat's Green Lantern 999, and we're on Facebook at Structure Gibberish. So feel free to check us out, and yeah, I guess we'll talk to you next week.